comic book fans, welcome back to DC17, where I take a look at all the latest news and other rumors circulating the world of DC Comics. And it looks a little different than the other set, because I wanted to give DC17 a little bit of a different look and feel, more personal, just you and me talking, than the regular 17 movie reviews. So yeah, without further ado, there's a lot of news that just came out recently around the world of DC. Most notably, first off, with the world of video games, we got the Injustice 2 confirmation, a follow-up to the really successful 2013 Injustice fighting game based in the style of Mortal Kombat. I really thoroughly enjoyed Injustice. I didn't really know what to expect, and I played it. I was like, this is really addictive gameplay. And so I was really anxiously awaiting an Injustice 2. I didn't know if we'd get it. And so it was leaked either yesterday or the day before that via GameStop, so great job, GameStop employee, you're more than likely fired. But the official Injustice trailer came out, and all the superheroes that you know and love are definitely going to be back, with Batman, Superman, Flash, Aquaman, and Supergirl all featured prominently in the trailer, but they're all with new suits from the last game, which is fascinating to me. Not surprising, but fascinating to see what kind of designs they'll go with. And more or less, you don't really get a sense what the story will be, and that's a good thing. It's just a teaser, and they didn't really say when it's coming out, but with E3 right around the corner, I'm expecting we're going to get a lot of news in the world of Injustice coming out of that, as well as our next story. The Batman Telltale game supposedly will be released sometime this summer. Now, if you don't know, Telltale Studios is the one that is behind the Walking Dead video games and The Wolf Among Us, if I believe. And that's basically like a choose-your-own-adventure-esque video game of your decisions decide how the rest of the game plays out. Now, ever since the Arkham games have been done with, now if you believe the rumors, there's some other ones in the works, but there was this void left of, we need some Batman games, and apparently Telltale stepped up to the plate, and they're like, you can choose your own adventures as Batman. And that prospect really got me excited. Now, we haven't heard that much, but however, like I said, with E3 right around the corner, the people over at Telltale did say that there will be some big announcements coming out for that game, as well as the Walking Dead game. Moving over to the world of movies, we have a completely shredded out of his mind J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. The dude is 61, yet looks like he could pick a fight with Batman. This guy's really bulking up to play Commissioner Gordon. Now, I never really knew Commissioner Gordon to be jacked out of his mind. He was strong, like in the Batman Year One comic, where he just can beat up any that messes with him or his family, but dang, Gordon. Good job on you, JK, though. You're really taking this role seriously. He's got this massive, like, Gordon's fisherman's beard. I don't know if that'll stay, or if we'll go with the traditional Gordon stash, which is absolutely what that thing's called, the Gordon stash. We also have the Suicide Squad, was officially announced as PG-13. Now, some people will lament this, as there seems to be a craze for more R-rated movies after Deadpool came out. It's like, Suicide Squad, I think if you get the tone right, you can still get pretty dark with PG-13. It didn't need to be R, and to me it's not that surprising. There's still going to be more PG-13 movies than there are RR movies for the time being, at least because there's a lot more money to be made, by and large, in PG-13 movies. However, there's some exceptions that could be made for, like, Deadpool or Blade or Punisher, because it needs to be R. While we also have James Wan, the director of the upcoming Aquaman movie, has actually come out and said that he was originally offered the Flash movie, but turned it down so he could direct Aquaman. It's weird because it's in that same universe, they're all connected. What drove him more to Aquaman than the Flash, which in my mind seems like a safer bet to do Flash than it would be to Aquaman, as the general population still makes fun of Aquaman, even though he's awesome. James Wan actually said it was really the villains that drove him in, emphasis on villains plural, so could we see multiple villains in the Aquaman movie? But he said he really liked the world that Aquaman had, and how it really hadn't been explored before, and there was a lot of possibilities. And James Wan being a horror director, I'm really expecting a unique twist on Aquaman. Not particularly scary, but maybe in the aquatic creature design could be really fascinating, or to see how he portrays maybe like an ocean master or a black manta, or right down to how Aquaman himself acts, which I'm really looking forward to the Aquaman movie, but hearing he actually turned it down for Flash makes me seem like he really genuinely has a passion for this world, which makes me more excited for Aquaman. And lastly, we have the television news, which is that Superman will apparently be appearing in Season 2 of Supergirl, which is now in the Arrow and Flashverse. It was on CBS, I believe, and now it's moved over to the CW with Flash and Arrow. So that'll all be on one channel, which I think is fine. I never watched Supergirl, but from everything I heard, it was fine. It's good. It's not my target demographic, and I know that, so I don't watch it. That being said, yeah, it makes sense that you bring in Superman. Maybe the numbers weren't as high as they were expecting, but there's no bad way to... Well, there's plenty of bad ways to introduce Superman, but I don't think they'll go that route, and with the smart directors and writers that are over in that universe that went missing for seasons 3 and 4 of Arrow, I think they can really introduce Superman in a very good way that's different than the Henry Cavill version or the Brandon Routh version for Superman Returns, or the Christopher Reeve, any version of Superman before. I think they'll find a good, truly unique version. So is there any stories that I missed in the world of DC recently? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like what you see and want to see more, subscribe to the channel, or find me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at 17 Movie Reviews or DC17. Stay sharp, movie guys and gals.